right, let's jump into it. So this is my tub of base coat. It's Amsterdam titanium white mixed with about 45% water. And I'll be pouring a square in the center, and then I'll give that a good spin just to spread it out across the canvas. Now, I usually only use about half of this container, but I think I went a little heavy-handed today, so I'll need to give it a really good spin so that it's not too thick. I also just mixed this paint a few hours ago, so there's tons of air bubbles. I'll be doing a lot of torching, but I'll try to cut some of that out for you. Now it's time to lay the colors, and I am starting here with olive green light. Next up will be olive green dark, and I'll be topping that off with light gold. But first, I need a little more of that light olive green. Now here comes the gold. Now the color I pour around the puddle will be the inside of the petals, and this here is a custom mix of yellowish green, phthalo green, titanium, and also zinc white. It's a really springy color. So let's see how it gels with the olive greens. Normally, I wouldn't think that these colors would go together, but my color tests look good, so let's see what happens. This is a little bigger puddle than I usually do, but on the larger canvases, I get a lot of white thrown up in the petals, and I wanted more color with this one. Really not sure if my hairdryer just blows too hard, but I'm not getting rid of that, so figured I'll just put more color down. Let's see if it works. So I'll try to catch a little of the gold and blow it out, and then repeat. Let's roll. All right, so far so good. And I'll be spinning this around so I can blow out in the same position. A couple of these blooms need a little extra juice. Now I'm going in and swiping down some white to create a little more separation in the petals. I also like it when the edges of the petals sort of break apart when it's spinning. I think it's interesting. It's probably not necessary, but I like it. I'll go ahead and do a quick torch in the center. And now let's give it a twirl and see what happens. So I think I need to add one more little petal swipe in here. All right, it's starting to bloom out nicely. Oh, and I am really loving these colors. When I did my initial color test, I used yellowish green for the petals, but when that hit with the olive green, it just threw out a ton of yellow. So I needed to mask that and decided to add in some phthalo green and then some white to lighten it a little, and it turned into this really pretty springy color. But I was worried that it wouldn't gel very nicely with all those olive greens. I mean, it kind of looks like they shouldn't work together, but boy, did they. I think we need to spin this just a couple more times. I really want those blooms to get just a little fuller. And I think we're about to reach the stopping point. This might actually be it. Nope. I think it needs just a little bit more. I really want this one bloom to get just a little closer to the edge. And look, I mean, there's a fine line between spinning too much and not enough, so I've got to be a little careful here. Okay, now I think we've got it. So this one and this bloom, they don't go quite over, but these do. I think this might be okay. I'm afraid to spin it too much. Do I go one more? No, because if I go again, this will fall off and I think it'll look like a big blob. So I'm just going to leave this as is and start cleaning up the edges. So now I'm just going around to make sure that the edges are scraped and that all the petals that flop over look really nice and clean. And oh my gosh, these sides look so good. But since you can't see what I'm doing, I will just go ahead and skip further down. I'm just touching up the corners with my white, and man, I still can't get over these greens. I always think, oh, no way these colors are going to work. And then it just magically does. But still, this green is like, ooh la la. But I think I probably say that about all of these. Okay, this whole thing, I love it. Maybe it's just the colors, but look, the composition is totally off center. The center's a little wonky. I've got two blooms that didn't make it to the edge. Well, one barely made it, the other one not so much. But I do feel that if I would have kept spinning, this one section would have come off and it just wouldn't look right. I'm also pretty tempted to scrape and reshape two of the petals, but I'm not gonna. This is it. This is probably the quickest painting I've ever made, and I don't even want to do any touch-ups. I actually love it as is. All right, let's hit it with the torch again and wrap it up. Let's take you in for some close-ups now. Thank you all for watching, and happy pouring.